from Jacksonville, and we invite you to call 1-877-99-KNOLES, 1-877-996-6537. And before we get to our next caller, it's time for the Ask the Coach segment presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors, your home for the right stuff, the low price every day, Academy Sports. And this is a question I think you addressed the other day in your pregame press conference on Monday, Coach, and it comes from @NoelFan13. That's how you get a question to the coach. You go to that, punch that button, Ask the Coach button on the website. @NoelFan13, he says, Jimbo, how tough is it to prepare for a first game since you don't have any game film on the present team? And you addressed that the other day.
Well, you look at old film and things they've done, but in the end, it's still you guys are going to stay very close to what they're going to do. But as I say, it's like chasing ghosts sometimes. I mean, because you start wondering, well, if he does this and he knows he's been around this guy in this time, so they could do that and they could do this, and you get yourself, you just start chasing things, and it's endless. It's endless. And first games, I know fans love them. Coaches, we like them, but I'm going to tell you what, we hate preparing for them because there's so much unknown. I mean, once you get a team in the season and they start developing habits and tendencies and what their identity is going to be, it becomes much easier. But those opening games that's why you never know what you're going to get in an opening game.
Yeah, and Coach, we don't even know who's starting the quarterback for the opponent, and they know who we're starting the quarterback. We don't know a lot of stuff about Oklahoma State. They've had, since February to get ready for Florida State?
They do. I mean, it's going very interesting.
All righty. Submit your questions for the coach on Twitter and use hashtag Jimbo or click on the Ask the Coach button located on Seminoles.com. And we thank @NoelFan13 for that question. Good way to start the show as far as Ask the Coach segments
yes,
go.
It was.
Now back to the phone calls, Coach. You ready?
Let's go.
Here goes. Who can follow Bill, Mike, and Crawdad? Well, maybe sweet old Bob from Texas.
Yep.
What do you think?
Bob got in.
Sweet old Bob.
I miss Bob not being here.
Yeah, Bob, you're missed, but you're on the air anyway. Go ahead. Oh, sweet.
Hello.
There you go.
Hello, Bob. How you doing, buddy?
Jimbo,
Yes, sir. I got you, buddy.
this is sweet old Bob out in Texas.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. I'm waiting for your question. I knew you was calling in. I've been waiting on you.
This is sweet old Bob out in Texas, Coach.
All right. How you doing, buddy?
I got one question for you.
All right.
You ready?
I'm
You
ready.
We're
Are
ready.
we going ready to rumble?
Bob, what are you doing out there in Texas? What's going on out there in Texas, Bob?
Okay.
No, yeah, we'll be ready, Bob. We're getting them ready. Our guys, they're anxious to play. We'll be leaving out tomorrow night to come out that way.
Okay. For a while there, I thought it was like one of those dolls you pull out. Sweet old Bob from Texas. Sweet old Bob from Texas. Sweet old Bob from Texas. How about Kelly from Tallahassee, Jimbo? Kelly from Tallahassee, you're on the air.
Tallahassee, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Kelly?
Hello.
Yeah.
You're on the air,
hello?
Kelly.
You're
Yeah.
on the air, Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had a question for Jimbo there.
Yes, sir, Kelly.
I wanted to know how he was going to rate himself against Oklahoma State come Saturday, if they were all prepared as far as after back in January, since they knew who they were going to play. I was just wondering how they were going to fare themselves and how he has his game plan going on.
Right now, I mean, we're going to do the things that feature our players the best, and that go against what they have done previously in the past, and some new wrinkles that we may have added. But that's the thing when you opening games, there's a lot of unknown, a lot of indecision at times on things, and that's why you got to teach conceptually. So if they do something a little different, but how you brought your own system in, you can make the adjustments from within, and that's always key, in my opinion, on the opening games. That and we had to do that a little bit last year in the opening game. And but we know we have some things for them too. I mean, we can change just like they do.
Okay, Kelly, a question about the game plan going into the first game of the season against Oklahoma State. Paul is in Tallahassee, our second caller from Tallahassee on tonight's show. Go ahead, Paul. You're on the air.
Go ahead, Paul. You're on the air.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Gene.
Hey, Paul. How you doing, buddy?
Congratulations on the national championship. I was wondering if the defense will be ran the same this year, or will it be a new look since Pruitt stepped out of office?
No, it'll be still the same base defense. I mean, where everything is founded from. But Charles may like to do a few different things than Pruitt did, but also our players can be different. I mean, as each group comes in, they may feature their talents a little differently, but the base defense will not change. But we've added wrinkles, we've added things, and we're doing different things to the defense, which maybe we didn't do last year, not because we couldn't or wouldn't, but this may feature the talents of these guys better. So we've added some things to it, but it'll be very similar in the same philosophy and style in which we play.
Okay, Paul, thanks for your question. The question about defense, Coach. And,
Yes, sir.
defense wins football games.
Hey, I'm all for you. Hang those goose eggs up there. It's a good thing.
The party's downtown on Friday nights at Clayman Plaza, preceding each home FSU football game. Y'all know that. You've been to the FRLA Friday night block party. The kickoff at 5 p.m., and it's presented by the Florida Restaurant and Lodging Association, Tri-Eagle Sales, CenturyLink Prism, State Farm, and Kia Auto Sport. That is the FRLA Friday night block party before home games. Our first block party is going to be a week from Friday when FSU hosts the Citadel. We get our first home game in Tallahassee at Doe Campbell Stadium. The Jimbo Fisher Call-In Show, presented by Napleton Infinity, live from the 4 Point Sheridan, will continue after these messages.